Hello guys, so as you could have seen just a couple of days ago, we managed to finally get absolutely completely free scooter speed unlock. Well, basically hack to change our serial number, to change our region to US and get max speed. Now, there were already a couple of other speed unlocking options before with cable, and scooters would hit 40 kilometers per hour instead of 45. Then there were also those license keys that you could buy online for like 70 quid. And now, thanks to Scooter Hacking Utility guys, we have option to do this completely free. I made a video, and I'm gonna apologize for maybe video maybe be a bit confusing. Trust me guys, I was confused as well, because as you could have seen in the video, I actually managed to do upgrade, well actually downgrade of the VCU, and then when I tried to do this MCU, unfortunately that didn't work, and I thought it actually failed. And with all that, I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, I actually managed to get a serial changed to US and unlocked most of the features. Free wheel spin, we got 45 kilometers per hour, well 44, but in real life, actually on the road, I would get only 40 kilometers per hour. And well, first of all, big thanks to MC Kutz. I'm actually discussing with him this firmware upgrades, modifications, and all that's happening about hacking and unlocking speeds. And we just had a chat, yesterday about how come we can get 45, how come we're getting only 40. And okay, well, when the scooter came out in the first place, I actually highly doubted that Ninebot Segway went into developing two different motors, and I was almost 100% sure that the motor is actually the same, because developing, overall development costs money. So I was like, no, they're probably just, using the same motor and just change the settings in the firmware to restrict the motor power, and that's it. But well, it actually looks like it looks like they actually did two different motors, same the way they did with the Ninebot MAX G3, where there were Gen 1 and Gen 2 motors. So it looks like that's the case here. So basically what's happening now is that, yeah, unfortunately we can get a speed unlock, but with these motors we can't get 45. Now, if we want to get a 45, we need to get a US motor, 850 watt motor, and that motor is gonna cost like 300 quid, so 1/3 of the price of the whole scooter. So I'm not sure how many people are going to actually look into that. Like, I was thinking of maybe, getting it, and I'm having some discussions about maybe getting it and try it out. Is it really just a motor or something else? But then also, I'm thinking, well, with probably field weakening being available at some stage soon, we might be actually even able to get with this motor even more speeds. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe give some time and see what's happening from Scooter Hacking Utility. And also, big thanks to all the guys with the Scooter Hacking Utility for bringing us this, and as I said already, to all of the lads who are now using this speed hack, speed unlock, call it any way you want. Come on guys, let's think of it other places are charging 70 quid, so donate, let's support them, because well, they are giving us things that nobody else does, and they're doing it completely free. huge massive respect for that, and we shouldn't be there selfish. We should really support them. Now I'm doing this video as an update to my previous video, because even that I got error 7, I managed to get the scooter actually fully unlocked, and actually managed to connect it with the Segway app, and everything actually works absolutely fine, except when I connect the scooter in the first place, I actually got the message, of course, to upgrade my firmware, because the unlock hack actually works in a way that it actually downgrades your firmware in order to give you an option to change the serial. Now, a cool thing that actually also came out just a day or two after is custom firmwares now with the scooter hacking utilities. So we get unlocked firmware, so we can install any firmware we want, and with that downgraded firmware we lost power acceleration settings, but I actually then upgraded everything, and now, guys, to be honest, everything works perfectly fine. So I can choose the acceleration style, energy saving, normal, or max power. I'm now at the moment actually using energy saving, of course, because you know me, if you're watching this YouTube channel for a while, you know that I'm not crazy about speed. I just want as much as possible range I can get. So that's working in energy saving mode. I'm getting max speeds. I did a couple of testings. I will make a video, but I'm getting something between 30 to 35 kilometers per hour. In max power mode, the range, like the battery, is draining dramatically. I'm still not getting 45, I get like 40, 41. Acceleration is nice and powerful, but the battery is draining really rapidly. Especially with those accelerations. I did a couple of hill tests to see how that's performing. Hills are not draining battery as much as accelerations, and I am gonna make a video. I'm actually working on it for the last couple of days. We actually want to compare how much hills are draining a battery, how much accelerations are draining a battery in all those different modes, but that's a video that's gonna take a while to make. But yeah, honestly, at the moment I'm absolutely happy. Everything's working perfectly fine, and on top, see, cruise control is also working absolutely great, and speed looks quite accurate. Display 30. I'm just passing now that speed radar, and that was also showing 30 kilometers per hour, even with my battery down to 49%, 50% battery. And with my tests for the last couple of days, like even with the battery down to like 20% or below, I would still be getting 30 kilometers per hour on a flat. So, like, you know, Segway, you did a brilliant thing there. But well, there are a couple of things that I have to address, and again, message to Segway about a couple of different things. First of all, okay, zero start, okay. And again, like MC Coots pointed out in one of his recent videos, and he's 100% right, because I know about cases like that. There are some people who have, you know, movement issues, who can't push scooter to 3 or 5 kilometers per hour. So like for those people, actually acceleration mode of only 1 kilometer per hour is super handy. Then a couple of other things that I also have to point out. You just need to give me a minute. I actually need to go there one day and make a video there on, I think it's called Bull Island, if I remember correctly. But okay, couple of other things. So now with US firmware, we have much more options on a display that can be shown, and some of them are really great and really handy, but they're done in a bit of a bad way. So like we can show our motor temperature, and where in most cases you wouldn't need that, but here's a case scenario that can be actually really handy. For example, if you have a slow puncture, okay, and your tire starts deflating, so on a low tire pressure the wheel's gonna make more resistance, and that means that your motor, your battery and the controller are going to be struggling to keep up with the speed, and that's going to result actually in a motor start warming up a little bit faster. So being able to monitor your motor temperature in this case scenario is going to be actually super handy, but there's a problem. The font is so tiny that you need to go like this to check your temperature while cruising at 40 or 45 kilometers per hour if you are in US, and if you have fully legally unlocked scooter. I don't know, guys from US, you can let me know is that the case there as well, but I'm gonna assume that it is. Another thing that's great, I can now see how much power my scooter is pulling out and monitor that, but again, it's such a tiny font, so again, I need to, at the really high speeds, I need to be looking down instead of looking at where I'm going, and that can be really dangerous. At the same time, okay, we have some metrics on the display that are really big. Oh yeah, another one that's also really small is battery percentage. That's also metric that's really good to be visible easily instead of having it in a small font. But at the same time, two things that we can see really, that we have a really big font. One is speed, and that's okay. That's handy, of course. But another thing is estimated range. And to me, that's absolutely ridiculous and useless. And that's because the estimated range is shown based on their testing, not a real life. So, only fraction of people are going to actually get that range, because in order to get that range that Ninebot Segway is actually showing on the dashboard, a couple of things need to be met. First of all, weight, I think 75 kilos. Second thing is road conditions, so perfectly flat, no acceleration, and on top of that, no headwind, particular temperature, and all those things. What are the odds? What are the chances for that to actually really happen? What percentage of people do actually get that range that your scooter is estimating? So what's the point of having that written in big font? Instead of that, put percentage big. Put other useful information to be big on the screen instead of that. Or here's a really good trick that you can do, and it shouldn't be too hard, guys, and you will be Ninebot Segway, you will be the first brand, as far as I know, that would pull out something like that, and then this metric in a way that the way it is would be really useful. So all those apps are reading and storing data, and they can easily store that data, what was the percentage of the scooter when you started riding, how many kilometers you did, and what's the percentage when you stopped. Based on that, okay, it can be quite easily to calculate, okay, for every individual user, what are they actually usually in most cases getting. And over some time with all that the data gathering, it will be quite easy to see riding style, riding style, and like you know, all those things. Okay, so the cycle lane is finishing here, so I need to go obviously on a road. So yeah, I personally think that this would be much better, much more useful. So there you go, Ninebot Segway, a really good trick for you. And I know, guys, let me know what do you think actually about this idea, and what would you like to see changed on a Ninebot MAX G3. What could be actually improved to make our riding experience better. So there, I think this is gonna be all for this episode. I hope you learned something. I hope you find it useful and helpful. If you have any questions with ideas, of course, leave them in the comment section down below. I will continue making videos, especially about the Ninebot MAX G3. I'm using it now on a daily basis. I have, well, yeah, I actually can't see how many kilometers I have, but I'm getting close to 1,000 kilometers. Thank you so much for all your engagement, every like, share, every subscribe, and of course all the support you're giving me. If you do want to support my work, if you're really finding a value, then you can of course also join the channel to get early access to all those videos, or you can maybe buy me a coffee. So as usual, till next time, please stay safe out there and respect other road users. And yeah, let me know which tests you want me to make, which videos you want me to make, okay? Because I do want to make a content that you would like to watch. Cheers, bye bye.